One. Do it.
All right, all right. So Back in the Box Productions is back with the Bernie and OMC show, and this is, as I always, like to introduce ourselves. We have Bernie over there. I am the original MC, and tonight we have a very, very special broadcast because we are going to do our draft selection, or rather, set our draft order live on camera, and then we're going to do a little chat as we have our draft coming up in a couple of days. So I'm really, really excited about this and all the stuff we have planned for this amazing fantasy season. Before I get started, Bernie, talk to your people.
Yep. You guys, you can see by the background here a little bit of 2022. I don't want to trumpet too much about those guys,
little recap about last year.
But this is love getting started. Actually, it's kind of odd. It's sort of like all of a sudden it just sort of bang, that was it. And college games last weekend, and then knowing that this was going to follow it up. So excited to get going. We'll do a little draft talk later too. I kind of want to talk about draft position a little bit later, but before we go.
Awesome. Yeah. So before we get into that, let's do this. You guys have known I've done this for years, so we're going to do it live right now. Let me just flip the camera for a quick second. Can you guys see that? So that's random.org, and down here.
That's how Mike used to date. That he used
hilarious. So, and here we enter our list, which is everyone's name, and then I will hit randomize, and boom, our draft order will be set.
Hold on. How many guys were surprised that some kind of porn picture did not mistakenly come up on the screen and he just did
that? Hilarious. All right, very good. In the interest of time, let's go ahead and put the names of everybody. So I'm going to just go with last name. Yeah. So we have myself, of course. And by the way, the order that you put them in the list doesn't matter. This is a randomizer. You just need to put the names in. Yeah. So Prismali, Bernard, my Pellegrini for my brother Matt, Adriana for Moro, Grande for Vinny, Caraba, right? Errol, that's Errol's Croupiers, right?
Yep.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 2 more because remember we only need 9 for this because Craigie doesn't roll off. Already chose number 1 spot.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a list of what
we got. Penner and Erdlin.
Thank you.
Yep.
Penner.
I can't forget the captain. He's
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, just to reiterate, Craig won the non-playoff challenge last year, so we don't put his name in there. We're generating 1 through 9, and then he picks his spot. We already know that he's picking number one. Perfect. So real quick, I've typed the names in. Let me go ahead and hit randomize.
The randomizer.
The randomizer, just waiting for it to come up, and boom, here it is.
Here we go. All right.
You ready? All right. Yeah. So I'm going to show this. Well, I'll read through the list.
Yeah.
And then I'll show everybody, it's here. So, oh God. Okay. So number 1, obviously not on this list, is going to be Craig Roloff. Craig Roloff is on the clock. He chose number 1 spot.
Okay.
Number 2 pick in the draft, Bernie.
I didn't want number 2.
DB gets number 2.
Did not
number
want
3. What's that?
Did not want number 2.
Number 3 goes to me, which people are going to laugh because it seems like I'm always in the 3rd spot. I just did this now. Okay. Moro is number 4. Vinny is number 5, best spot in the draft. Other MC Caraba is number 6. Rick Penner is number 7. Matt is number 8. Rick Erdlin is number 9. And pulling up the rear, literally and figuratively, is Errol at number 10.
Oh, wow.
And you got to see here.
Yeah.
Can you see the screen, Chris?
Now I can. Yep, it's right there.
Okay. So there's the list. There's the timestamp showing we just did this now. What the fuck is UTC?
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
What time zone is UTC?
Utah.
No, I don't think so. Anyway, you could look it up at UTC. It's 9:35 Eastern time right now.
Yeah.
This is in 1:35 UTC. I don't know what that's all about, but it was just done now.
It's something to do with climate change.
Just so you know that everything's on the up and up. And there is your draft order for the 2023 campaign. So first of all, Chris,
Damn.
how do you feel about number 2?
I don't know. See, this is my feeling about draft positions. So over the years, when we first started, I think we kind of kept to a pretty straight draft. A lot of the guys didn't start doing quarterbacks till maybe the 4th round, you know? And then all of a sudden, and I don't know who started it. I'd love to go back and find out who started it, but somebody picked a quarterback in the 1st round, first pick for them. And then all of a sudden, for years, we've been just following that pattern. And I'm anxious, excited to see what we do this year because definitely running backs have now, it used to be running backs. Remember, running backs were all that you picked first, right?
You used to see like the first 8 or 9 out of 10 picks were running backs.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to see that as much because it just seems like they're getting devalued for some reason. But so like getting picked right now for number 2. I hate number 2. I mean, I feel like you got to be in the middle because otherwise you got that long way down and you got to come back up.
I personally like to be right in the middle as well. To me, for a 10-man league like we have here, I think the perfect draft position is 4, 5, or 6. Personally, right. I totally agree with that.
Yep.
But I want to touch on the whole quarterback thing for a second because I was thinking about it. You mentioned this to me earlier when we were talking today. So I think it literally has to do with changes in the league because what do we know that's happened in the NFL the last several years? They've gotten so ticky-tack with like pass interference calls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And because the running backs have migrated to much more of a handcuff type scenario, I mean, you can count now, I believe, on one hand the amount of workhorse running backs are in this league just by nature of the beating that they take. And there are a lot of teams that can roll out 2 running backs now that are both serviceable in fantasy. But as a result, the passing game has become much more prevalent. And freaking the numbers that some of these quarterbacks are putting up are out of bounds. They're just, I mean, it's crazy. Look at some of the numbers that like Mahomes and Allen put up last year.
Yeah.
I mean, Tua Tagovailoa, who's not a great quarterback, but because he plays on a team that's run and gun, and because of our long touchdown bonuses, and he had Tyreek Hill and Waddle on there were again times when Tua put up 50 and 60 points and literally won the game for somebody. Most of the time against me, to be honest.
True.
So,
and now with your 3 wide receivers. I mean, you could really stack. You could with a great draft, you could stack that deck.
Yeah, so I think it's just I think personally, as far as seeing quarterbacks go early, I first of all, most of us play other leagues as well, and I've seen this pattern in my other leagues as well. I just think it's really more a product of what's going on in the actual game, the way the actual game is being played. And look, our scoring system rewards, home runs, rewards, big touchdowns, a lot of points and stuff like that. And frankly, you're just getting that more from QB receiver, it seems, in the last couple of years. But listen, let's be honest with ourselves. We all still salivate at that, that home run running back, that one that can, that rushes for a lot of yards and also catches the ball out of the backfield. That's still a coveted thing.
True.
But I just think there's just not as many to choose from. And so if you don't get one of the top, I don't even know, 2 or 3, I really haven't done much mock drafting to see where people are going this year. But if you don't get one of the top 2 or 3, I think they kind of all just fall into this, and you're just, a little bit of luck to see who breaks away from the pack. You know what I mean? Anyway,
I just thought of something. Now this is off the cuff. This is off the cuff live here.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before for the Hall of Fame, but I watched when they make the call and they let the guy they knock on the door or they make the telephone call and they let the guy know that he's in the Hall of Fame. So we ought to do a random call to somebody in the draft, maybe even Craig, and tell them what number they are. Who are they going to pick?
Well, I mean, we could do that. We could do that. Obviously,
We could just bring
obviously,
him,
unless
yeah, we could bring him on just on a phone if we want for, telephone, so.
you want to go ahead and do that now.
Yeah, I mean, who would we, should we do Craig or?
Yeah, do Craig. Well, because he knows he's number one. He's been thinking about it all goddamn day. So let's see what
Yeah.
he's thinking.
Let me
Tell him the
see.
draft order's out.
Yeah,
It'll be emailed or texted to everybody in a little while, and the video is going to go out too, showing the process. And but we want to know who he's picking right now, right the fuck now.
is Craig the 215 number?
Hold on, I'm actually on my phone on the Zoom, so I got to look it up.
I think it is. He's my only one. I don't have his name right now.
Oh, if he's the only one, but I'll tell you. Hold on 1 second. Craig Roloff. Bear with me. Well, I don't know what you're seeing on your end here, but yeah, Craig's the 215 number.
Or it's either Craig or we call Big Sexy because I know he likes to get some airtime.
You know what? I would love to give him a call. I actually think he's probably working right now. He's got the pizzeria down there.
That's right. That's right. Let me try. What is it? 215-512?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's Roloff. Let's see what he's got in mind. I have no doubt he's probably going to be going with Mike Evans or Keenan Allen, since those were his homeboys last year.
Cue him up with Back in the Box.
Give him a call. Back in the Box needs to know now. This is breaking news, everybody.
It's ringing.
All right. I want an answer.
He answers the phone anymore. I don't.
That's true. That's true.
You know?
I hope he answers the war room of Craig Roloff, number one pick.
No answer. It's ridiculous.
No answer. What a disappointment.
That is. That's horrible. That's horrible.
What a disappointment. All right. You want to try? You could try Vinny. See if he picks up. See if he picks up. While he's twirling some pizza in the air. You got Vinny?
Hey, is this Big Sexy?
This is always Big Sexy. What's up?
Big Sexy. This is Big Country and the original MC. We're talking to you live from our broadcast.
The draft order has been picked. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I wish I.
What's up?
Yeah.
So, do you want to know your draft order?
What's my draft order? I'm usually like 12, but go ahead.
12 would be fucking amazing since there's only 10 guys in the league.
I like the back-to-back, but watch me be like number 6, right in the middle, where I fucking have to wait for, and always in front of Morrow, where I fucking.
Actually, he's exactly in the middle. He's pick number 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
5 is good.
5 is the best spot in the draft, you asshole.
Yeah.
All right, listen, we want to know. We want to know right now.
Anyway.
Right now, I'm putting you on the spot. We want to know who you're picking. Go now.
All right. I mean, obviously, you know me. I love my running backs in the first round at 4-2, or 3, or all 3.
All right. You have picks 5 through 9 then.
Obviously, if Barkley's there, I'm going to take Barkley. If
Okay.
I obviously he won't land that far down, but my boy out of your boy out of San Francisco, but he'll probably go 1 or 2.
All right.
Yeah.
If I had to reach, man, my boy Tyreek Hill out of Miami. If I have to go Miami like a wide receiver out of the blue.
Ooh.
But no, it's gonna probably be I love Nick Chubb this year. I think he's gonna be amazing. I think he's gonna be
We have to keep
phenomenal.
that. That's a great phrase for the rest of the year for if you get them.
So you know why I actually like, and I don't want to tip my hand at all. You know why I like Nick Chubb this year though? Because guess who's not there anymore?
Backing him up.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt, baby, he's gone. So
Yeah, there's
Chubb might be the guy this year.
They signed two wash-ups, right, Mike?
Yeah, and you have Deshaun Watson with another year under his belt. Maybe he's better than he was. Yeah, Chubb might be a guy. I don't know. He's that's a good thought.
Could scare you, but at the end of the day, they were supposed to go to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Maybe they're just slacking, and then I'd love I love my Jags. I mean, I'm a Giant fan at heart, and they're my number one team always. But being here in Florida, the Jags are there for me, and watch my boy ETN this year. He's gonna be on. He's fast as shit. He's going to be putting up a lot of yards. The dude out of San Diego puts up big
Mhm.
numbers, but he's pissed off at the world. Barkley's pissed off at the world. I mean, the running backs this year have a big chip on their shoulder this
Yeah,
year.
they're all mad. You're right. You're right.
I don't know who I was. I might have been telling you this, Chris. I don't know who I was telling. Somebody I mentioned to last year that I said that I thought Jacksonville would be a Super Bowl contender this year. So
Yes,
I don't know if that's overstating it or not. I think Jacksonville has
might be
all the
definitely-
tools.
they're definitely a playoff contender this year, and it's just hard to beat Kansas City or the big three out there. Kansas City. I think that they might play Kansas City again in the finals. But it's hard to beat Kansas City, right? They're stacked. They're stacked.
Vin, you really sound like a professional call-in kind of guy. Like, I swear to God, I've heard guys like you on WFAN for like 10 years talking to Mad Dog and Francesca and stuff. I swear to God, you got them. Yeah, you had to have called in before.
I'm more excited to talk to MC, the originals over here. I love you guys. I think that you two have more knowledge than like if Mad Dog ever had. Craig Carton, that fucking druggie, all those guys. I think that you two have more knowledge in your pinky than they do. So people should be listening in to you two.
Awesome.
I listen to fantasy football on Sirius Satellite Radio XM, and I think that you two should be on a spot there because you two really do have the knowledge up there.
There you
Wow.
go.
Wow. High praise. High praise. It almost makes me feel bad for making fun of you for all those years.
It's okay. Hey, listen.
It's out of love, my friend.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to be.
So, Vinny, that was a very nice. That was an awesome thing you said. So we're going to reward you. Why don't you do a commercial for your new place, and then we'll kick you out.
Come out, check out the best pizza in Florida, baby. St. John's, Florida. Come out. We got that special. We got that cheese pizza and 12 wings, $24.99. Can't beat it. We got the best calzone in the world and the best heroes. Anytime you guys come down, it's on me. And I love to see you come down to Florida, bro.
That's it.
And let me say something. Let me jump ahead here for a second. In all seriousness, I have been watching Miamici Pizza on Facebook because I live here in Jersey, of course. I've been watching it. I see the photos. I see the videos that Vinny does. You guys kick ass. The food looks amazing. And I can't wait to get down there to try it. And all you people down in Florida need to go see it. It's amazing.
Yes. CB, you be safe over there too on the West Coast, okay?
Thanks, man. All right, and we'll see you in 3 days.
I'll see you in 3 days, guys. Happy football season, baby. Fantasy football.
Yes, baby. All right, Vinny G.
All right.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Guys,
that was a good idea. That was a good idea, dude. That was a good idea. I did not think we'd get him on the line. I'm glad we did. I'm glad we did.
That's what I do. I facilitate,
I love it. I love it. So let's do one quick thing. We have a little bit of time left. Let's do one quick thing. As I'm looking through this, I'm going to try to guess a couple of people and who they might pick.
That's funny.
Just sort of thinking about the history since we've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
So first of all, when I look at yours, I would like to think that you may go for some sort of middle-aged tight end, right? Seems to be your thing, preferably looking like a porn star. For anyone that doesn't know the Dallas Clark story, hit me up. I'll share that with you. I, of course, I don't know. I struggle with this every year. I'll try to stay away from the 49ers, but, we'll see. I have a hard time with it. Sometimes when I pick the guys on my team, I already want to root for my team, but I also, it's a really challenging thing. I have no idea who I'm going to take. Frankly, in the other league that I'm in, I'm actually the 9th pick in the draft. So being third here doesn't really help me out. Mauro Adriani, aka the Florida Vikings. All right. I can see an Alexander Madison happening. I don't know if he'll get Justin Jefferson, but who knows?
I don't know. The thing for Morrow, though, is that, that whole quarterback thing with Kirk Cousins. I know he was glued to the screen with his lips, to his big screen. Come on, seriously.
For sure, for sure. Kirk Cousins, man, he's
You know?
you know. By the way, if you haven't seen that Netflix special with the quarterbacks, it's pretty good. Kirk Cousins comes off pretty well there.
Yeah.
Vinny just spilled the beans. He's looking at Barkley. He's looking at running backs basically. Vinny's
Yeah.
stuck. He's stuck in the late '90s. So, you know, Mike Caraba, other MC. I think we all know. I think we all know. I mean, he laid out his draft strategy.
Pretty
He's
much.
going to, yeah, he's
Don't read that. Yeah.
honestly, if look, let me keep it real for a second. If there's one thing that I am looking forward to above all else this year,
Yeah.
it's I'm getting a bucket of popcorn to watch his draft. I almost wish I wasn't drafting so I could watch his.
Justin
I can't wait.
The Jets
Huh?
defense, best tight end available, a flex kick returner, and Baker Mayfield is his top 5.
I can't wait to see what kind. And then after he drafts, then we get to listen to the strategy behind the draft. Last year was epic, and he was by far my favorite player last year.
We need to put that. We need to put that on tape. So
yeah, I don't really have a feel for. I don't really have a feel for who Rick Penner might go for.
He had all of the Eagles last year. He had every single Philadelphia Eagle player.
All right, so he's the Philadelphia Penners. Then we're gonna go with Pellegrini, Matt, my brother. So here's the one prediction I'm gonna make for Matt's draft.
I knew it.
Matt is going to draft a handcuff running back in about the 15th or 16th round. That's going to be called a league winner by about week 12 or 13, aka Kenneth Walker last year.
Yeah, true.
Let me tell you, and I take a little bit of pride in that because Matt learned from the best. He is the student.
You call me quite frequently. Thank you.
Yes. So, oh yeah, okay, very good. Let's see, Rick Erdlin. What do you think he's going to do?
I don't know, man. I don't think he doesn't come off his boat very often. So,
he's going to probably stick to like Dolphins or any other aquatic team, maybe. Okay. And then I think Errol, I mentioned this to you earlier.
Yeah.
Errol, considering the fact that he actually won't even be present at the draft, I think he's only drafting hot NFL wives this year. I think that's it. He may not fare too well during the season, but they're going to look good. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
By the way, I did work that out with Errol. He is going to have someone stand in and draft for him. To my knowledge, I don't believe they'll be having sex at the time. I can't promise that. Yeah. But whatever. He's got somebody drafting for him. We don't have to see this person, so whatever they're doing on the other end is perfectly fine. We all know what Errol's going to be doing. By far the best reason ever given.
We only got about 30 seconds here, I think.
What's that?
I think we only got about 30 seconds.
All right, cool. Well, you know what? Let's end this now. I'm really looking forward to the season. CB, I'm glad to be able to do this with you. We got our draft out. We'll put the video out. I'll get the draft out to everybody. We'll see you in a couple of days. Back in the Box Productions. Thrilled to be back for another season of Hop Football.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you, guys.